Hi everybody, I'm going to be preparing a delicious Mexican breakfast. Now these are papas doradas con huevos and salsa roja. These are fried potatoes with eggs in a delicious red sauce, just like my mom prepared for us when I was growing up. It's a very easy dish to prepare and I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. Let's get started. So I'm going to start out by roasting my tomatoes, serrano peppers, and garlic clove. You see? So here are my tomatoes and my 3 serrano peppers and my garlic clove. Now, if you don't want to use serrano peppers because maybe you don't like heat, you can remove all the seeds or you can leave them out. Now, you can also use a jalapeno pepper. Just open it up, remove all the seeds, and then roast it, just to give you a little bit of the flavor without so much of the heat. So I'm going to let them sit like this for a little bit before I flip them over to the other side. So as you can see, my tomatoes and my chile serranos are nice and roasted. Now I already removed my garlic clove because I didn't want it to burn. So I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to remove them off the griddle. Then I'm going to set them aside and let them cool down for a little bit before I put them into my blender. So I'm going to start out by peeling my potato. Now you can use any type of potatoes that you want to use. I've used the gold potatoes. I've even used the little red ones. But I always come back to the russet potatoes. So now I'm going to remove the peels from here. Now you can cut it up into cubes if you want. I'm just going to cut it up like this because this is the way my mom always made it. It's like the dish just tastes so much better when I cut it up like this. See? So I'm done with my potato. They're all cut up into different shapes, but they're all basically the same size, you see, and that's what you want. You want them all to cook evenly as best as you can. So now that I have my potato cut up, I'm gonna clean up and take it to the stove. So I've got my skillet nice and hot. I've got the heat set about medium high. Now I'm gonna add my vegetable oil. So you want enough to fry your potatoes. And that's good right there. I'm going to give it a few seconds for it to get nice and hot before I put my potatoes in here. And I'm going to wait until they get nice and golden. So now that I've given them a couple of minutes, I'm going to stir them around. See, I want them to get a little gold because I think that when they get a little gold like this, they just look so good in the dish, you know? So I'm going to put them in their place. I'm going to lower the heat to a medium low. And I'm going to replace my lid. Now I'm going to put the lid on because I want to create some steam in there. And that'll give you beautiful golden soft potatoes. And now that I have replaced the lid, we can go to our salsa. Got my tomatoes. I'm going to put them in here. And I have removed the core. As you can see, the core is gone. You don't want your core in there because it doesn't taste good and it's not good for anything. I've also removed the stem from my chile serranos. So I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to put my garlic clove. I've got a little bit of cilantro. This is optional. If you don't like cilantro, you can leave it out. And I've got some tomato sauce right here. I'm going to put about half a can in here. That's good. I'm going to add some water. That's 1 cup, and I'm gonna add some salt. See, you can add as much as you want. This is gonna be so delicious, just like this. Now I'm gonna blend it. I'm not gonna super blend it because I like a little texture in there. But as you can see, the tomato sauce really gives it a nice color. And there's something about these tomatoes with serrano peppers and tomato sauce together that gives this dish a delicious flavor. So now that I have this nice and blended, I'm gonna let it sit here for just a little bit and go back to my potatoes. I'm gonna stir my potatoes around. Now that they're a little golden on the other side. Now I'm gonna add my onions. This is half of a small onion. And I've cut it up julienne style like this because I like a lot of texture in my dishes. I think you know that. I'm gonna add some pepper. See, you can add as much pepper as you want. And I'm gonna season it with some seasonal. You can use Lorry seasoning or your favorite seasoning. Or you can just put in salt and pepper. That's good too. See, I just think that this seasoning gives it a delicious flavor. I'm gonna move it around. See, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the seasoning on this side. Now it is a little salty, so you don't wanna overdo it. Okay, now I'm gonna replace my lid, and I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes like that before I add my next ingredient. My onions are slightly translucent, as you can see. Now these potatoes are not fully cooked. They're about 3/4 of the way cooked, but that's what we want because we don't want to overcook them in here. Now I'm gonna add my salsa. Oh, this smells so good in here already. So we've got it in place. Now my heat is set on low, about medium low. I'm gonna replace my lid and I'm gonna let it cook like that for about 5 minutes. Now my tomatoes were roasted, but they're not fully cooked, and neither are the potatoes. They still have a little bit more to go. So that's why I'm gonna let it cook like this on low until everything is just perfect. So now that I got some tortillas made and my potatoes are almost ready, I'm gonna beat my eggs. I've got 5 eggs right here. These are extra large eggs. Usually calculated about 2 eggs per person, and I always put in an extra one, just in case. See? This is my last egg. I'm gonna put in a little salt, some pepper, and now I'm gonna beat my eggs. See, so I've got them about halfway beaten. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. I think that a little bit of water makes them really fluffy. Okay, so I beat my eggs really well. Now we're ready to fry these. So I'm gonna be using this skillet to fry my eggs. I've got my heat set on about medium, a little bit lower than medium. I'm gonna add a little vegetable oil in here. I'm gonna put in my eggs. Now you don't want your oil real hot because you don't wanna burn your eggs. See? So I'm gonna give them a few seconds like that before I move them around so that they can cook from the bottom. See how they have already curdled a little bit from the bottom? Now I'm just gonna take everything into the center. See, like this. I'm gonna flip them over. I usually just cut them like this, like into 4, just to make it easier. See? Now just flip this over. I don't like to see any brown on them. Just like this. I'm just gonna break them up into pieces like this. So now these eggs are ready to go in with our potatoes. Oh, look at how beautiful these potatoes look. See? And now our salsa is totally cooked. The potatoes are perfect. And now we're ready to add our eggs. See, I'm gonna put them in here. And I'm just gonna push them down. Ooh, look at how delicious this looks. Mmm. And I'm gonna replace my lid. I'm gonna turn off the heat and let them just sit there for about 3 minutes, just like that. Oh, look at this. This is gonna be delicious. Oh, beautiful. See? Oh, I am so hungry and ready to eat this. This is very hot. Now I've got my flour tortillas that I made a little while ago. I just rolled out about 4 or 5 of them. See? Nice and soft. Let's cut up a piece like this. Put some of our beans right here. See? And then some of these eggs with the salsa. Roll it up. Now it's time for the taste test. So delicious. Oh. And then with some coffee. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely delicious. Now, one of the reasons why I also love this dish, besides it being delicious, is that you can prepare it all in one big skillet. And if you're gonna have friends or family over, it's so easy to have everybody served at the same time. So these are my papas doradas con huevos and salsa roja. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, send me a comment and tell me what you think. Thank you.